Look, I don't care if we won that game. I don't care if we picked up 3 points. I don't care if we're only 1 point away from Barcelona in the La Liga table. That performance today was unacceptable. It was one of our worst performances this season, and we won. Make it make sense. Let's just talk about the game, because let's just get it over with. Because watching this team play for the last week against Benfica and today has been it's been torture. It's been painful. Like Real Madrid 2, Rayo Vallecano 1. Like, what is there to talk about? Obviously, elephant in the room. We win with the last minute pen from Mbappe. And all you Barca fans who like to comment on my stuff, all you Barca fans who follow me and subscribe to me, guys, you guys were right today. We got bailed out by a pen. Not much to say. I mean, do I think it was a pen? Yes, I think it was a pen. But we shouldn't be in the situation where we have to have a pen to win a game, especially against Rayo Vallecano, who are 17th place in La Liga right now. They're battling relegation, and we needed a last-minute pen to walk away with 3 points. Pathetic. Honestly, every player today, hold your head down in shame, because, like I said, I don't care if we won. This performance was on par with some of our worst performances this season. I'm talking about the games against Celta de Vigo, the game against Benfica this week, the game against Atletico de Madrid at the start of the season. Just pathetic. Honestly, embarrassing. So bad today. Like, let's talk about the players. Let's start off with who, in my opinion, was awful today, and we need to have some serious conversations about him. Dean Howson. First of all, how the hell did you walk away with the 7.2 rating on FootMob? FootMob, fix your application, because this right here, 7.2. Do you guys actually track the game correctly? Because what I saw from Dean Howson today was more of a 5.2, a 4.2. That second half, disastrous. That's the best word, disastrous. He can't play out the back. We signed Dean Howson to be our progressive center back, our ball-playing center back. And look, I'm not going to go too hard on him right now because he's 20 years old. He's a player for the future. But what I saw today, pathetic. First half as well wasn't good, but that second half, the fact he got taken out by David Alaba, David Alaba, a player who for the last 2-3 years has basically been invisible at Real Madrid. Some fans, I bet some fans don't even know he's still employed by the club. He got taken out by David Alaba. That's honestly embarrassing. I mean, he had to be taken out because he was stinking it up. He was making mistakes left, right, and center. So Arbeloa saw that Dean Howson was drowning, and he had to take him out. Good decision by Arbeloa, who we'll talk about later. But Dean Howson today, pathetic. Honestly, pathetic. This is not someone who we want to see leading the line for Real Madrid as of right now. But when you look at our center back options with the injuries, with the inconsistent performances, I mean, he's one of our best, or he's one of our only options actually. Because if you look at even his center back partner Asensio, this guy's playing through an injury. There's a reason he got taken out for in the 45th minute. he's battling an injury right now, and it's like this guy, he's not playing to his full fitness. And we can all applaud Asensio for that, because when you're playing through an injury, sacrificing your body for Real Madrid, there's going to be repercussions later on in your career. There's going to be repercussions, I'm guessing, in the summer. And Asensio's sacrificing his body for the well-being of Real Madrid. Honestly, we all have to salute Asensio, because this guy, this is what we want to see at Real Madrid. And I can tell you right now, this guy's had a better 2-3 weeks than Dean Howson, even though he's been playing through an injury. This guy has been way better, probably our best defender in the last month, and he's playing through an injury. Let that sink in. Honestly, every other defender have some shame. And then when you look at other players on this team, Valverde today, do I think he was bad? No. Do I think he deserved to be man of the match once again? FootMob, what are you doing? Like, how is Valverde the man of the match today? I don't understand this. But yeah, Valverde the man of the match. I don't think he was great. I don't think he was bad. I think in the first half, he was one of our better players alongside Vinicius Junior. But besides that, I don't think he was great. I think in the second half, once again, similar to basically every midfielder on this team, he was quite sloppy. So 8.4, I don't get it. But he was definitely one of our better players, I'd say. And then we need to talk about Jude Bellingham, who obviously got injured in the 10th minute. A scary injury. Honestly, you don't want to see your player pick up a hamstring injury, because those are normally 6 to 8 weeks, which in the grand scheme of things, it's not the worst. There's definitely been worse injuries, but we don't want to be missing Jude Bellingham for basically 2 months. I mean, Jude Bellingham, he's one of our best players. I don't care if you're one of those people that thinks Jude Bellingham should leave the club. Like, he's still one of our best players, still one of the best players in the world when he's playing at his best. So if we don't have him in the team, it's obviously going to be bad for us. Let's talk about Vinicius Junior as well, who I thought today in the first half was the only great or even good player from Real Madrid. Only one putting up a good performance, wanting to win. And in that first half, everything was going through Vinicius Junior. I'm going to sound like a Glazer right now. I'm going to sound, because you guys know me from TikTok. I love glazing and talking about Vinicius Junior. But today, a lot of you guys who want him out the club, like, you guys can't say anything about today, because today in the first half was the only player driving the team forward, was the only player creating chances. He even scored an amazing goal. And literally in the first half, it was give the ball to Vinny and wait for him to do something, because no one else in the team was stepping up in the first half and in the second half. But I thought in the first half, Vinny was sensational. Like I said, walked away with an amazing goal. And if you were actually listening to the game, a lot of the fans at the Bernabeu were whistling. They were booing Vinicius Junior more than any other player on the team. Even though we lost to Benfica and it was a collectively shit performance from the team, Vinicius Junior got the most boos and whistles from the team. And today, after his goal, he silenced the Bernabeu just like what Ronaldo did. But I'm not going to compare Vinny to Ronaldo. But what I'm saying, this is the response that we want to see from Vinicius Junior. I think after Arbeloa has come in, he's the player that has benefited the most from Arbeloa. So happy to see Vinicius Junior picking up some sort of form, because we saw he was good against Monaco, he was good against Villarreal, and today he was good. So hopefully he's on track for some good form for the rest of the season. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with Vinicius Junior's performance today. But let's talk about Mbappe. Mbappe. You see right here, 8.1 rating, because obviously he scored the last minute goal through a pen. But let's be honest with ourselves. If you watch that game, Mbappe was not good. Mbappe was not good whatsoever. That performance today is one of those games where you look at Arbeloa, and obviously Arbeloa has come out many times and said that he's not going to take out his best players because he wants his best players on the pitch at all times. But if we're being completely objective, Mbappe today wasn't at the level to play all 90 minutes. I don't care if this is Ronaldo. I don't care if this is Messi. If you're not playing even anywhere close to well, because Mbappe today was probably one of our worst players on the pitch, he has to be taken out. And I'd say the same thing if it was Vinny. If Vinny's not playing well, take him out. And the fact that Arbeloa did bring in Gonzalo Garcia, who was a stupid substitution because he didn't take out Mbappe. He didn't take out Vinny either. He took out Mastantuono. And this is honestly such a weird decision, because Mastantuono, yes, had a bad game. Honestly, probably as bad, or not as bad, but like it was similar to the game against Benfica where he basically didn't do anything. But if you're going to take out Mastantuono, why not put in Rodrigo? Why not, like, you know what I mean? Like Gonzalo Garcia, this guy isn't a right winger. He's a striker. And in possession, when he's playing off the right, Gonzalo Garcia offers us nothing. He can't even cut inside and shoot because he's a right-footed player. So what the hell is the point of taking out a right winger for a striker? And that just doesn't make sense to me, because Gonzalo Garcia, like I said, this guy is a number 9, a pure number 9, someone who waits in the box and sniffs out chances. What the hell is he doing on the right-hand side of the attack? Doesn't make sense to me. And like I said, Mbappe wasn't playing well. So if you're going to put in Gonzalo Garcia, the only player who should be taken out is Kylian Mbappe or Vinicius Junior if you want to move Mbappe to the left and put Gonzalo down the middle. But he didn't do that. And that was just probably the worst decision Arbeloa made this game, because I thought Arbeloa today, he was all right. I mean, I think his job here at Real Madrid, not so much tactically, but just to make the players feel better about themselves. And I thought it was working up until last week. But after today's performance, these players, it's just like they're not good. Or I'm not okay. No, they're not good, but they're not playing well. They're lazy. Look at the goal we conceded. Valverde falls asleep on the cross. The Rayo Vallecano player heads the ball, and Tchouaméni is so slow to even put in a challenge and make it difficult for the Rayo Vallecano player, who obviously scores. This team is so inconsistent. They're falling asleep. And it's not even that they're also falling asleep. They're sloppy. They're so sloppy. Like our midfielders. And I've said it for the longest time. Florentino Perez. Why didn't you make a signing last summer? Why didn't you make a signing when Toni Kroos retired? Like, we need someone that can control games. Arda Güler, this guy can't control games. Like, I said at the start of the season, Arda Güler, he might be able to be that guy for us. He might be able to control games. I was wrong, guys. Arda Güler, he can't do that for us. He can't do it to a level which we need at Real Madrid. That's just the truth. Arda Güler is better as a number 10, as a creative midfielder, or not as a creative. Yeah, he's better. He's better as the most advanced midfielder in the team. He's not a controlling midfielder. He's not a deep-lying playmaker like we need. And I've been saying for the longest time, Angelo Stiller, Adam Wharton, even Keith Smith, like Florentino Perez, what are you waiting for? Like, the January window, obviously, we normally don't make signings in January, but you look at the way the team's playing right now, inconsistent, can't control games, disorganized, falling asleep, and you make 0 signings. Honestly, that's beyond me. Yeah, this team, just inconsistent. And hopefully this isn't a thing where we see that after the Benfica game, this team just completely takes a nosedive, because we saw today, like I said, this game was pathetic from basically every player on the pitch. There was no, once again, there's just nothing. This team is giving me nothing. There's no actual creating chances. It's just give the ball to our best players, Vini and Mbappe, and wait for them to do something. You're not creating chances as a team, as a collective. It's just so pathetic. It's pathetic from this team. And if we look at the La Liga table, yes, we're 1 point off Barcelona still, but how long is this going to last? Because we saw Barcelona yesterday, even though they only won 3-1, these guys were creating chances for fun. They had over 6 XG. Real Madrid, when's the last time we had even like 4 XG, 3 XG? We don't create that. We don't create high quality chances. And next week, or I don't know if there might be an international break, but the next game in La Liga is away at Mestalla to Valencia. And like, if you guys watch La Liga, you guys know that Mestalla away is one of the most difficult grounds in La Liga. I don't care if Valencia right now, I think they're 15th. Yeah, they're 15th. I don't care if they're battling relegation. Mestalla away is always going to be a difficult game. So we'll see what happens. I can't expect much from this team. I don't know if we're going to play like prime 2017 Real Madrid. I don't know if we're going to play like 2019 like Harambal, or not Harambal, but I don't know how we're going to play. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't know if we're going to play like we saw against Monaco last week, or if we're going to play like we saw against Benfica this week. It's just inconsistency. And as for Barcelona, these guys are just picking up points. They had that little slip against Real Sociedad. But if I'm being so honest with you guys, I know there's still 16 games left for La Liga, but I don't think we're winning anything this year. The way we're playing, the way we've been playing the whole season, it's just inconsistent. And in these types of games against bad teams, because Rayo Vallecano, like I said, they're 17th place against bad teams. The fact we can't score 3, 4, 5 goals, it's pathetic. And the fact that we shouldn't have won today, which, let's be honest, we shouldn't have won the game today against Rayo Vallecano at home. I mean, do I even have to say anything? It's pathetic from this team. But yeah, that's it from me. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you guys will also be just as mad as I am. And yeah, please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos, because I will be posting more on this channel. Yeah, take care, guys. Peace out.